Jacob came to the boundary of the farm his family had purchased. The land is now empty and clean. The fields in front of him were once productive, but had been drained by years of over-farming. His mind was filled with images of these grass-covered fields as a child, which only made the present situation even more painful. Jacob now had the responsibility of restoring the land on which his father and grandfather had proudly worked. Jacob promised to bring the farm back to life, choosing not to let his historical legacy fade. He was strong in his commitment, even when he knew it was going to be a difficult promise. He planned to start with small, manageable sections, keeping track of the most damaged areas as he was walking through the fields. Jacob experienced a mixture of nervousness and resolve as the sun went down. He was prepared to take the first step toward renewal, even though the journey ahead would be difficult. Jacob's mission for the following morning was to track down Old Man Turner, a strange environmentalist with an image of being an expert on organic farming. Jacob wanted direction, but the villagers talked about Turner with a mixture of distrust and respect. After a lengthy stroll through the forest, Jacob arrived at Turner's attractive home, which was surrounded by a wealth of greenery, in sharp contrast with his own empty land. Turner, a man with a long white beard and piercing blue eyes, answered when Jacob knocked on the door. Jacob gave an explanation of his situation and his will to turn the farm around. Turner listened carefully and gave a silent deadline. Turner remarked, "I can assist you, but it will require patience and hard work." Jacob agreed, feeling hopeful and happy as he prepared to learn whatever it would take to save his farm. Under Turner's guidance, Jacob threw himself into studying organic farming. Crop rotation was his first step, planting a variety of crops one after the other to restore nutrients to the soil. In order to improve the soil and promote strong plant growth, Turner showed him how to make fertilizer out of organic waste. In order to produce rich, dark fertilizer, they constructed a recycling area and built kitchen garbage, leaves, and animal waste. Another important lesson was the wise use of water. Turner helped Jacob put up a rainwater collection system that collected rainwater from the farmhouse roof using barrels of wood. To make the most effective use of every drop of water, they constructed tunnels to direct it to the fields. Little improvements were seen by Jacob as he put these practices into practice. Young crops started to grow, and the soil started showing signs of life. He knew it was only a small beginning, and Jacob believed he was hopeful. When a powerful storm hit Greenfield, his fields got water and young crops were damaged, which was Jacob's first major failure. The waste collections were soaked and the holes filled up. Feeling frustrated, Jacob looked at the damage while going through insecurity. When Turner showed up the following day, he gave him comfort by telling him that challenges were unstoppable. Taking lessons from their mistakes, they improved the holes and the growing area together. Jacob saw some pushing indications, even with the damage that had happened. And earthworms, a sign of good soil, started to show up. The soil held on to more water. His happiness increased even more with the support of a few villagers who helped with reconstruction. However, Jacob was aware that the process of restoring his farm would not be easy, and he was now more dedicated than ever to making it work. Jacob was first introduced to gardening by Turner which is an environmentally friendly strategy that duplicates the natural environment. They came up with the idea to turn the farm into a fully independent operation. In order to fix nitrogen in the soil and stop damage, Jacob planted cover crops like wheat and clover, among others. In order to lessen the chance of future water damage, they constructed terraces to slow down the release of water. Another important part was planting with someone else. By growing specific plants together, Jacob could increase the production of crops and naturally prevent off-target insects. Additionally, they established a small rainforest area to attract beneficial nature and filter rainfall. Jacob saw notable changes as these gardening techniques took hold. An ecosystem was balanced as a result of the soil getting more wealthy, the crops growing more quickly, and the return of the environment. The transformation of the farm gave Jacob inspiration and showed him that amazing things could happen when you work with nature. The villagers were becoming more interested in Jacob's successful farm. More people started to come by, interested in his success and ready to pick up knowledge about his techniques. Upon welcoming them, Jacob gave a brief explanation of the environmentally friendly procedures he had put in place. While some villagers remained questionable, others found motivation in the clear improvements. A center for education developed on Jacob's farm. By giving information on changing crops, recycling, and saving water, he performed a meeting workshop. Turner regularly helped and offered more information. Attitudes among the villagers started to change as a result of the improvements on Jacob's farm. There was a change in the community as they realized the possible advantages of organic farming, and some even started experimenting with these methods on their own property. Jacob's farm turned into a ray of hope, encouraging other farmers in the area to experiment with organic farming techniques. He shared his knowledge and experiences through arranging workshops. Turner frequently attended these meetings and contributed helpful input. When the farms of those who first started improved, more villagers decided to follow the example. Jacob advised starting a company so that members could help one another and share resources. With the community's positive support, the Greenfield Organic Farming Cooperative was created. They collaborated on group purchases of organic fertilizers, shared tools and seeds, and shared resources. The group of people developed into a center of activity that pushed working together and creativity. As more farmers used organic methods, increased profits and healthier soil resulted from the combined efforts, which started to change Greenfield. The village room served as the location for the cooperative's first official meeting. Conversations about sustainable methods and the advantages of teamwork were organized by Turner and Jacob. The farmers gained knowledge from one another's experiences by discussing their successes and difficulties. They decided to combine their resources, impart knowledge, and offer each other help as they made the move to organic farming. The cooperative quickly gained popularity in the surrounding areas. In order to cut expenses and increase productivity, farmers exchanged compost, tools, and seeds. They arranged bulk purchases of organic fertilizers and other materials, which made the use of environmentally friendly practices easier. Regular trips and workshops advertised a sense of unity and helping hands among those who participated. The village noticed amazing changes as a result of the cooperative's work, bringing new life to Greenfield's fields and confidence for the future. Greenfield was transformed by the joint efforts of the cooperative. The soil became rich and healthy, and the fields became healthy and profitable. Once polluted water sources started to clean up, and animals started to return to the restored environment. High-quality organic produce was being produced in the village, drawing interest from outside markets and improving the local economy. The villagers were proud of their achievements and could clearly see the results of their joint effort and hard work. As they helped one another through difficulties and shared in each other's victories, their sense of community grew stronger. The transformation of Greenfield became an example for other villages, showing the effectiveness of environmentally friendly techniques and working together between communities. Future generations of people would enjoy economic success thanks to the farm's renewal and the villagers' rebuilt spirit. The success of Greenfield created notice from outside the village. Researchers, experts, and visitors came to Jacob's farm, which had grown into a successful agriculture sample. Money was given to the village to advance the creation of environmentally friendly structures and educational programs, improving their work and increasing their reach. The villagers were more confident and motivated after receiving awards. They continued to come up with new ideas, trying out different methods, and informing others of what they learned. Greenfield developed into a hub of knowledge and inspiration, highlighting the advantages of durability in the community and protecting the environment. The village's achievements became a reminder of the value of sustainable methods and inspired other communities to take steps toward a more environmentally friendly and healthy future. To thank Jacob and Old Man Turner for their commitment and goals, the villagers planned a celebration. Taking place in the village square, the occasion displayed fresh flowers and banners thanking everyone's achievements. The villagers told moving stories of how Jacob and Turner's work had improved both their personal and social lives. In his speech, Jacob thanked the community and highlighted the value of teamwork and environmentally friendly behavior. Normally quiet, Turner showed his happiness to see the area and people achieve success. The ceremony was both a celebration of their journey and an important reminder of the strength of willpower, intelligence, and teamwork. It confirmed the villagers' resolve to carry on with their environmentally friendly activities and save their restored land for future generations. The beneficial effects of Jacob and Turner's work grew as time passed. Every new generation learned from and continued the traditions of Greenfield, which continued to be a growing example of sustainable agriculture. The village created educational programs to teach kids about sustainable farming methods and caring for the planet. Jacob's farm was converted into a community hub for organizing research projects, field trips, and workshops. As the group grew, relationships with other towns and businesses were created. The villagers' dedication to the environment guaranteed the continued health and success of their community and land. A look at future generations enjoying the rewards of a strong, healthy ecosystem closes the story. Jacob's promise and the community's efforts left an example to be faced, proving the value of environmental management and the strength of unity in working toward a common goal.